Welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. These are the materials I'm going to be needing for this bridal Faceveil fascinator. Your Alice band. I'm going to be using this small Alice band. You can decide to use any size that you want. I'm going to be needing my satin ribbon to wrap my Alice band. Your thread and your needle. I've gone ahead to thread my needle with the matching thread, please. I'm going to be using this half pearls. Any tailoring material shop should have this. This is another size of Alice band. I wanted to use this, but I changed my mind. Now this is the star of the day, your Faceveil or your Birdcage veil, and I used cut out 18 inches for this. You're also going to be needing these pins. You can go ahead and use the normal, is that office pin? Yes. And then you'll be needing your gum as well. If there are any other things that we'll be using, you'll be seeing them during the video. The very first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be wrapping my Alice band with my satin ribbon. And if you notice this part, I've gone ahead to wrap the edge of this Alice band, and I'll be wrapping the rest as well. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and add my gum, my fabric gum. After wrapping it, just like I usually say, I'm going to go ahead and allow this to dry a little. The way you get to know that it is ready to use is when it is a little bit sticky to the touch and no longer running. Now I'm going to go ahead and start using my satin ribbon to wrap it around. So I'm just going to take this rough part up like this, and then I'll just watch what I'm doing, and from there I'll continue wrapping. Now that I've gotten to the ending, I'm going to go ahead and apply gum at the tip like so. After applying the gum, just as I will usually say, allow it to dry a little. Once it's a little bit dry, I'll go ahead and place it like so. You're not going to just be leaving the rough edges like this. You are going to be using fire. You can use your, I don't know, I forgot what they call this thing again. So it doesn't come off. And this is what we have. The next thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be working with our Faceveil and our pin, and also with our wrapped Alice band. I've gone ahead to mark the center of this side right here like so. This side, not the 18 inches, is it the breadth or whatever, this side and this side. I don't know if you can see it. I've marked it. What I'll be doing is I'm going to be gathering from here to the mid part that we marked. You can pleat it if you want. This is your choice. So once I get to the mid part, I'll just gather it like so, and I'm going to be moving like an inch from the tip of our wrapped Alice band, and I'll place it like this on it. After placing it like this on it, I'm going to go ahead and pin it down with this our pin. So just to secure it, I'm going to be using 2 pins. So just like I did for this end here, I'm just going to be going ahead to do for this other end. I'll be gathering this other side to the mid part. You can go ahead and pleat it just like I said, and I will move an inch from the tip and I'll pin it down. After pinning both sides, remember the remaining half left. So I'm just going to be using that to get the mid part of my net, and this is the mid part. You can see that I have actually marked it. You are going to be going ahead to mark the mid part of your Alice band as well. In most cases, Alice bands are usually 15 inches. So I've actually gone ahead to mark it, but in most cases Alice bands are usually 15 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my tape rule to mark out 7.5, which is the half of 15 inches. So I'll just use my pen to note it here. Now this is the mid part of our Alice band, and this is also the mid part of our face veil. Now what you are going to be doing, you're not just going to be placing it on it like so. You are going to be pleating it on it. You can just take a little bit like so, and then you go ahead and pin it down. So what I just did was, this is the mid part, this is the mid part, and then go ahead and plait it down like so. I'll go ahead and use 2 pins to hold it down. So after holding the mid part down like so, you should have something like this. Now you are going to be left with this on this and this side. Now what you just want to go ahead to do is, you are going to take it like just the way you pleated this one, and you are going to be pleating it on this. You are going to be pleating it like so as well. So what I did there, like the way I pleated it, I'm going to go ahead and do this to this other side too. Before we go ahead, I need to mention something. Now when I'm talking about pinning, I'm actually because you'll be wondering how I'm actually pinning, so I'm using this I don't know, this intertwined this place right here. Let me use my pin to point at it. This is what I am actually picking. Then I'll pick one side and I'll pick the other side to pin it down. Do you understand? So it's better than just going through the holes. Do you understand? Now you'll be wondering again that I'm not leaving allowance to maybe fold it in or anything. The reason is because I'm going to be putting my pearls on it, so I can afford to do that. So if you're not going to be using anything on it, please, as much as possible, leave allowance, so you just fold it in and sew it at the back like so. Now this is what we have so far. Can you see it's already, it has taken shape already. So now the next thing we want to do is, we're going to be taking our thread and our needle, right? And we're going to be using it to tack it down from the tip where we gathered and pinned down, and from there we'll continue our sewing. I'm using a small needle. It's going to make the sewing better and easier for me. Let me advise you, so it's better you actually gather with your thread and your needle before you apply it, before you attach it with your pin. It's going to make it easier for you. Yes, because now I have to be very particular about this tip you get, so that I'll gather, I'm going to be capturing all the tips that I gathered there. But if I've actually used my thread and my needle to gather it there, I would not have this problem. So I'll take my pins off to ensure that I've captured all the gathered parts. So let me show you how I'm actually sewing it. So you remember I said I'm actually passing my needle through this part like this. So once the thread and needle comes out from one like this, I'm just going to take it back through it, and then I'll look for the next suitable place. For example, let's say this part right here, and I will take the needle through it. Can you see? So I'll bring it out like that. After bringing it out, I'm going to take it back in through that same intertwine, I don't even know. and then look for another suitable intertwine. All the while the needle is going to be inside the fabric of your Alice band, please, and I'll bring it out through another I don't know what to call it. So that's what I'm just doing. I've gotten to the end part right here. I'm just going to go ahead and tie everything off. If you have any pins left in it, go ahead and remove them right now. And this is what we have. As mean I'm not putting pearls on it, I will have left allowance, and then I will just, instead of tacking it on top like I did, I'm going to be tacking it, I'm going to be folding it over like this, and I'm going to be tacking it neatly. Now the next thing we want to do is we are going to be cutting off our excess birdcage veil, and fortunately birdcage veil does not fray, so we'll do just that. This is what you should have, and in all honesty, if you are not going to be putting pearls, you are actually done. Just rock your fascinator. But since we are going to be putting pearls on it like so, I'm going to be putting gums on my pearls, and I'm going to be applying it throughout this plate like this. So once the gums are a little bit dry on the half pearls, I'm going to go ahead and start applying them one at a time on my fascinator. Right now, this is what we have. I'm just going to go ahead and do same to the remaining part of the Alice band. This is what I have after gumming everything. Now, one tip I'm going to give you for free is that after you must have put your pearl or whatever you're working with, you have applied gum, put it on the surface that you're working on, please don't just leave it. When it is a little bit dry on the surface, after applying whatever you're working with on the surface you're working with, go ahead and still press it down a little. That is a mistake that so many people make, and their accessories just easily come off because it's not well attached to the surface that they placed it on. So go ahead and still apply and still put pressure on it. Do you understand? So just like the way I am doing, like so. So now after doing this, I'll still go ahead and trim out the excess birdcage veil that are at the back like so. This is what you should have for now, and I still want to go ahead and put pearls on the body of this like so. So I'm not just going to be putting it like the way it is like this. I'm going to be doing this off camera. I'm going to be placing it on my dummy head, so that I'm not just going to place it jaga 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 jaga. I'm going to wear it for my dummy head, I hope, like this, and then I'm going to be placing it. I just hope it's capturing, and I'm going to be just placing it at different places on it. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on your notification button so you get notified when I post a new video. Bye.